What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to some more of Banishers Ghosts of New Eden here. So we're continuing on where we left off in the last episode here. So currently we are now underground once again. There's one of these things that we need to destroy. I'm not entirely sure where... Oh, it's right here.
Did I ever mention how good we are together?
Yeah, it's always good to hear.
Yeah, let's see, it was worth coming in here. It's a big chest. Very good, very good. Ideally, I'd like to try and get this wrapped up. I don't know if I'll be able to wrap it up in this episode. Probably not, but at least the next episode. I thought these inside like the void.
Ask for help if you need it. I can help.
this is over, I might retire.
You'd miss it. You know you would. Over here. Look. Dead animals, again. Different symbols and magic. Seems they were used as bait. That's how we got through the Sorrow's vigilance.
So, here we are.
I suppose now we step into the void.
Suppose we do. Dark rituals, void breach, general weirdness. Lammy can't be far.
Wards. I'm going to need a hand here. Destroy those...
So, hopefully calm.
What was I gonna do? There is no void map. Oh yeah, I can upgrade these things whilst I'm... Oh, I thought you had to be at a campfire to upgrade them. Got a few of these.
Why is it awfully calm? The wards work well enough. You didn't need to kill so many birds.
His necromancy. Maybe he thought he'd bring them back when he was done. Red, I can't manifest anymore.
He's probably been placing... He must have found a way to get into the void as well, and he's placed these throughout. As to us, how are these here?
Spectres. They haven't noticed us. Stay low.
Away with you!
He's obviously distracting them.
creepy hideout. The governor's spawn likes a bit of drama.
Fact is, he's found himself into the void. It's quite mad.
This one's different. Looks like it died diseased. I feel like we're not done here. This is some dark, sideways magic.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you. Ugh. What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void. So, you can see me. Aren't you full of surprises, young Master Haskell?
You may talk. A Banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
As hiding places go, the void is quite the choice.
Yes, an amazing place. Or plane? World? The Araloo is not easily described, but it makes a fascinating study. Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill? Did you use a decoy?
We fought it. Don't change the subject.
You fought it? Of course you did. A good thing too. I was starting to think it was wise to me tricks. Oh, but I have so many questions.
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the ones with the questions.
Oh. Oh. Of course.
We must talk of Caleb. Why in the hell would you give him a resurrection ritual?
Ruth's death hit poor Caleb hard. He was alone, and so I would often stop by his workshop. We talked. He took a keen interest in my studies and was a good listener. When he learned that she could possibly return, he had one question. How?
Men bonding over bereavement and black magic. A pretty tale indeed.
I should have proceeded with more caution.
You shouldn't have proceeded at all. We have a witch hunt on our hands. You could face trial for this botched ritual.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I found it in a copy of De Occulte Philosophia by Cornelius Agrippa von Nettesheim. A remarkable book.
I've met my fair share of illustrious occultists, and none owned an authentic Agrippa. Much is lost in translation or altered in the printing. I doubt your copy is an exception.
Of course! The power is in the words, and mine were wrong, so the power went right. How very fascinating.
Are you aware of what would happen if people learnt of your studies?
Surely the acquisition of knowledge cannot be a sin.
Will you still say that when Pennington accuses you of witchcraft? You must remember Deborah.
Miss Comenius. Yes, of course, I remember.
Your father tasked us with an investigation. One way or the other, we must return with the mystery solved.
Ah. I think I understand what you're saying. I might be in a tiny little bit of, danger.
From the looks of this place, you're knee-deep in research. What are you doing here exactly?
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's plague, of course. And I have a theory on the subject.
Of course you do. Go on then.
Now at first I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk remained sick. They looked for witchcraft, a foolish, uneducated suspicion, yes, but with some truth concealed behind it. You see, the Araloo taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence is everywhere.
Can you prove that? Where's your evidence?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. Even I, a novice, may reach the frontier and then go beyond. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another epidemic.
Yes, we learned of it in Fort Jericho.
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the frontier between New Eden and the Araloo. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is a corruption of mind and spirit. And I believe I have found its source. There is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. This, I believe, is the true source of the Harrow's poison. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion, then a loss of control over my limbs.
What do you expect to find at the source of the ooze?
To find a cure. The ooze seeps into our world, sickening us. I may be able to stop it. Unfortunately, I cannot reach the source. The Araloo is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constantly evolving, changing, reshaping itself. The isthmus, for example. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and I can get to it no longer.
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through and take a look at that source.
Would you? That would be splendid. Would you mind taking notes?
You see ghosts. You stroll the void as if it were your garden. You possess and share forbidden rituals. Who are you really?
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I am a man of many sciences. I am in fact a true pursuer.
That raises more questions than it answers.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As occultists, do we change the world or scratch upon its surface? Each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning, and see where I already stand. Amazing, no?
Are you a demonologist like your father?
More or less. So, my father sees occultism through the eyeglass of his faith, but I know better. So, more so?
If you don't share your father's faith, what do you believe?
I believe in the afterlife. The proof is about us. And if the void embodies eternal despair, there must too be a place of hope. But where? I ask myself, where?
Your father is convinced a witch poisoned his well. Caleb Watson was cursed by a ritual you gave him. I'd focus if I were you.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the purest of God's work.
Aye. I can imagine your father saying that.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. Demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me as his heir. Then, of a sudden, the books were forbidden. So I stole them. The very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he does not. I did no wrong. Apart from a little theft.
You've studied demonology. Did you do it alone?
When my father forbade me to continue, I confess I disobeyed him in secret. Those big books were very boring until they were forbidden. Suddenly I could not get enough of their secret knowledge. Funny, eh? More recently, a good friend of my father showed me that I had only been scratching at the surface.
Who was your father's friend?
An itinerant Frenchman who often visited New Eden in recent years. He called himself a true pursuer. As a thinker, he was prolific and profound. My father was so proud to be included in his discourse. For him, Knowledge is the ladder to greatness, and greatness is the prize. To me, knowledge is itself the prize.
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you need anything, help yourself.
The Araloo is not your home, Lammy. But thank you.
A long
Pardon my
conversation.
morbid enthusiasm, Mistress Duarte, but could I ask you a few questions?
And we should get going. So, the pious governor's unassuming son is our evil Harrow's witch.
The more powerful the loose cannon, the more dangerous it is. I don't know that I buy Lammy's hair of the dog theory, but I feel strange, and I suspect the ooze.
Only one way to find out. Oh, God. I need a wee bit of help here. Well, that was not pleasant. Not pleasant at all.
Wards. I'm going to need a hand here.
Let's see where that ward is.
Red, I can't manifest anymore. I am warded. I cannot. A ward restrains me.
I'm trying to see where it is.
I don't think so.
I keep forgetting. Trying to find this damn ward. There's a jump that I need to make, but in order to make that jump I need to...
Take care. The place is warded. Wards, you're on your own.
Where the hell is it? That's where I need to make the jump, but in order to make the jump I need to destroy the ward bar.
I can't worry. I can't help you.
I have no idea where it is.
Something has me. Wards.
I genuinely have no idea where this thing is. Are you serious, game? Could you have made it a little bit more easier? Where the fuck is it? Am I really gonna have to look up what to do? Oh, for fuck's... I mean, I know what to do, I just can't fucking find it. That's really fucking annoying, that is. That's really pissed me off. Because it's unnecessary. If you just functioned correctly, we wouldn't... No, fuck off with your shitty efforts, I don't care. Give me a minute. Where the fuck? Apologies for this, but you can blame the game for not just making it a little bit more obvious of where I meant to shoot. There.
I can manifest now.
Stupid. Apologies for that. You can blame the game once again for that, for wasting, what was that, 2 minutes or so? Longer than that.
Dodge it if you can. Fucking all the fun.
Oozes through the breach, suppurates like a festering wound.
How delightful.
Let's see what lies on the other side. Where are we now?
Underground, looks like.
Wonderful.
The ooze affects the incarnate too. Who goes there?
ghosts.
I don't know. But I don't think we're alone.
Who ghosts there?
What might you be then?
What was...
Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You... It's bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
Picking up something spectral nearby.
Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs. And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Was the Gibbs' house targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well,
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
That was Deborah. She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart.
Something's here.
Hidden.
I thought it was the other chest I was gonna get.
Did you feel that?
It's close. Mrs. Gibbs, I presume.
I thought that was the way around. Yeah, it is. I thought so. Oh, you can hop down here.
Another shadow.
What do they want? Red, something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite.
Wards. I'm going to need a hand here.
I see a ghost ward. We're down here.
Watch out! Take care. The place is warded. Better.
You're welcome.
Now let's inspect the body.
More efficient than cannon powder. Expected no mistake here, Mrs. Gibbs.
Get back up!
I can help.
Think we missed it.
Someone didn't want to stay dead.
Clemency Gibbs blamed the epidemic on a witch. Come from New Eden town with the governor.
That's not what Deborah was saying.
Well, the Gibbs were not at home to rational explanations. See anything?
Either the water table is full of ooze, or there's another source.
Let's search upstream.
It's on you.
You know
Over
what?
there.
This episode and the next
Oh, these are little
episode
buggers.
are going to be about hour-long episodes, and then the final episode I'm just going to continue recording until I've done it.
Don't step in that. I mean it.
Find a way around then.
Wards, think you can fend for yourself?
Those echoes we're hearing are the shadows speaking.
They always appear near the ooze.
So do the whispers.
But which came first? The whispers say the same things over and over.
What kind of entity would be so obsessed?
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Watch out! Spectre possession.
Is that the sound?
Stop that spectre before it possesses the corpse.
This thing I can climb over. Oh wait.
This looks perfectly drinkable.
Famous last words.
Why hasn't the poison spread to the groundwater?
Perhaps it shifts and shapes, like the void. Well, at the very least, it shifts. Looks like the ooze comes from a distinct source.
Yeah, this episode and the next episode will be about hour-long
This
episodes.
whole country is rotten to the core.
And you're just now reaching this conclusion?
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
Perhaps if you gave me the space to have one, then we'd both be better off. Someone came through here, someone real, not just a shadow. Whoever it was, looks like the ooze got him. What do you think, Antea?
You wanted the space to have your own opinion. I'm giving it to you.
This must be Antipas Gibbs. Hell of a fall to live through. Join in any time, Antea.
What do you think I'm doing?
Is it just me, or?
I felt it too.
Oh.
This is God's land. How could we let a witch come to our community? Instructing our children, no less.
'Tis no surprise. New Eden brims over with backsliders. The governor, chief amongst them.
Aye, many had to sicken and die for him to act. But the deed is not yet done.
We must fight the Lord's good fight and cast the devil out for good. Many want to try the witch, aye, and many want to see her dead.
Hey! More fun!
Gibbs is it.
More friends.
Blasted pest!
Ask for help if you need it.
Those things came from the ooze. They're like those oriental shapeshifters we fought in Bremen.
Obake liquefy. The Gibbs were so angry. Pure entitled bigotry.
Maybe they were affected by the ooze. I mean, we've been snapping at each other since we got here. Something's toying with us.
I think they made the ooze. I don't think the ooze made them.
Yeah, that was weird.
This is it. This is the source. How do we get to it?
Is that not,
A safe harbor, should we need a moment's peace.
yes, we should.
Something tells me this is the condemned well. Do you think you could get that bucket down? The bucket is tainted. I sensed the vivid echo of a ghost's memory. A vivid memory from the dead is somewhere near.
The devil still breathes through her mouth. We are cursed, and you are stalling.
Clemency, Antipas, please. The woman has been jailed. As per custom, she will face trial and justice will be brought to this community.
Coming from a magic user himself. But can you or your demonologist discernment really be trusted?
How dare you insinuate such blasphemy? I'm a man of faith.
Then do what God commands of you. Governor, we ask for safety. If we do not get it, there will be consequences.
The governor used Urim and Thummim, and that made his flock suspicious.
Divination stones. He must have thrown them down the well when he sealed it. Why now?
He's afraid. The Earth took the Gibbs house. Perhaps he thought he was a target too. The Gibbs had a hand in rigging the witch trial, but he was the one who sealed it.
That echo proves that things were getting out of hand. For his son's safety and his own, Haskell must have feared the suspicious mob.
Okay, right. This looks like it's going to be the boss fight, so we're going to do that in the next episode. So, yeah, this one was what, just nearly 54 minutes. Around 54 minutes. The next episode will be around the same length, probably an hour, and then the rest of the game will be like an hour and a half or something like that. I don't know how long the final part's going to be, but anyway, yeah, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.